Hello everyone, Timothy Bailey here with Project Learn and our video for today. Today we're going to look at confusing English. Any student of English, whether they can express it or not, realizes quickly that there is a lot about the language that is confusing. So we're going to look quickly today at some of the situations where English can be confusing. And of course, confusing means difficult to understand, perhaps impossible to understand sometimes. And this is true not just for people learning English, but for many native speakers as well. So please keep that in mind. Let's start by looking at homophones. We've talked about them before. A homophone is a word that is pronounced like another, or more than one other word, but has a different spelling and meaning. The three classic examples, first we have C and C. The first C, S-E-E, is of course the thing you do with your eye. S-E-A is the place where you find waves, where you go surfing or fishing for large ocean fish, right? The sea. The other popular homophones that are confused, two, and two. Notice they sound exactly the same. Here's a silly sentence. We went to the pool because it was too hot for the two of us. Now, sometimes when we're pronouncing, we will stress this one in a different way than we do the other two words, right? It was too hot for the two of us. But we don't always do that. So the first two, T-O, is the preposition, right? Usually goes with a verb, so a verb phrase. Went to, go to, talk to. This one, TWO, of course, is the number, right? After one, before three, right? So two of us. This one, we usually think of as meaning very, right? Or more than enough, right? So it was so hot, it was more than enough hot, very hot, so we went to the pool, right? This means sort of more than you need, right? I have too much homework, right? More than I need. The third popular homophone group, there, and there, and another silly sentence for that one. They're happy there because of their family. So the first one is a contraction. We've talked about this before. You see the apostrophe. This tells us there is a letter or letters missing. In this case, an A. They are. This there is a place. So they're happy there, maybe in Ohio. They're happy there, maybe in Akron, right? There could mean any number of places. There, E-I-R, is the possessive adjective. Here is the noun family. Whose family? Their family. Right? Perhaps the Smith family is who we're talking about, right? Or the Rye family. Now, one specific homophone that causes people trouble for a slightly different reason is its and its. Again, they're a homophone because they sound the same. It's. However, this one is about possession. To show possession or ownership or relation, we use an apostrophe, just like in a contraction, and an S. Okay? Now, possession here sometimes means ownership, sometimes it's about relationship. For example, we could talk about Wilma's toy. This is the toy that Wilma owns. It is hers. Wilma's father. Right? She does not own her father. This is about a relationship. So when you see possession, it's often easy and teachers will tell students to think about owning something, but that's not always the case because we use possession, possessive adjectives such as their or my for things like family members or teacher. So it's and its. It's with the apostrophe means it is. It is a contraction, just like we saw with their. So we're missing the I. It's without the apostrophe means possession. means the same as this up here. It's raining outside means it is raining outside. Its bone is outside. Here, it might refer to a dog. So the dog's bone is outside. This is the possession, right? The dog's. Now, for many Americans, we might refer to our dog as male or female, right? So his bone or her bone. But we can also say its bone. Just remember our other possessive pronouns, his, hers, theirs, ours, yours. There's no apostrophe in these words. So some confusing words. Some words are close enough in spelling and pronunciation that users often confuse them and use the wrong word. I have a couple examples, advance and advanced. I will tell you about the party in advance. This means I will tell you about the party before the party. So advance here means somehow before something else. So in this case, before the party. Most major cities in China have advanced public transportation. This one means sort of beyond something. So beyond the public transportation of small towns, or beyond the public transportation of perhaps other countries, right? So more than or beyond. We often use it with technology, advanced technology, right? The most current, most modern technology. Apart, one word, apart, two words. The dog tore my book apart. Here, this might be like this. The dog might have tore the book like this. So to break something into two pieces or more. To tear something often. That is a part of my car. Right, so here we have the article and the noun. This, called a muffler, right, is a part, one part of my car. A part, to be torn, separated from something, and one piece you might think of. Adjectives and adverbs often cause people trouble. Remember, adjectives tell us more about nouns. They modify, change, alter nouns. Adverbs tell us more about verbs. They modify, change, add information to verbs. The young boy is quietly working. Young refers to the boy. What kind of a boy? A young one, so not an old boy. Quietly refers or modifies working. This is the verb. How is the boy working? The boy is working quietly, not loudly. Another example, bad and badly. I feel bad refers to the fact that maybe I did something, right? An accident or something I wasn't supposed to, and now I feel bad about that. Could also mean that I feel bad because I am sick in some way. I feel badly refers to feel, the verb. So imagine that I have some gloves on and I'm touching something very soft, but I can't feel it very well. I can't feel what it's like through my fingers because of the gloves. So this is telling me that the ability to sense something, the ability to feel in my fingers a texture, such as the softness of the pillow, I cannot do, right? It's not performing well. It's performing badly, my ability to feel. Silent letters. English has a copious amount of words with silent letters. Copious means a great amount, right? A large number of. While there are general rules about individual letters, the amount you would need to memorize prohibits them from being helpful to English learners. This is one of the situations where if you look at what people tell you, you would have to memorize a lot. Right? It's just too much to actually do. In general, there are some letters, these 5, that typically are silent. So for example, the word debt, to owe somebody money. The B is not pronounced, so it sounds like, these brackets here tell you that I'm spelling out the word how it sounds. So it sounds like this, debt. No B, no debt. Debt. Right. Also for the B, in this case with an M and a B, climb, lamb, numb, thumb. They all sound like this. Climb, lamb, numb, thumb. No B, no climb, lamb. Nope. The T, castle, listen. Sound like this. Castle, listen. Not castle or listen. Which, school, hour. Sound like this. Which, school, hour. Here, in this case, we have a homophone. Hour and hour sound the same. Right? Knife, knit, no. Again, knife, knit, no. Ah, another homophone. This no, the actual word, sounds like this word. There is no difference, even though this has 2 more letters. Answer, to. Sounds like this. Answer, to. Another homophone that we already looked at. 2 and 2. So no answer or twoo, I guess you would say. How can I get better at recognizing silent letters? You must practice. And what must you practice? You must practice speaking, particularly in class or with a friend or family member who knows English, who can tell you, yes, that is correct what you said, or you need to work on that a little more. This is at times an adjective referring to a specific thing. This phone is mine. Whose phone? My phone. I ate breakfast at 7 o'clock this morning. What morning? This morning. Referring to other things, such as the weekend, however, can be confusing. You must look at the context, both the sentence and the situation where you're speaking. This weekend. Well, this weekend can talk about both the past and the future. What'd you do this weekend? Imagine you go to school or to work on Monday, and your coworker or classmate says, what'd you do this weekend? They are referring what did you do this weekend to the past. Now, you might also, if you see someone for the first time on a Tuesday, and they ask you, what'd you do this weekend? They're still referring to the past. It's just the first time you've seen them. You got any plans this weekend? This one refers to the future. Right? You got any plans this weekend coming up? Now this could be on Monday since the week has started, or someone could say this later in the week, right? Sometimes it's difficult to determine if people think the week has started, so we're done talking about the previous week, or if we're talking about the time coming up in the future. Right? So past and future. Here are some links all about different confusing grammar rules and common words that are confused, some irregular plurals, and then silent letters. Check them out. I hope this was helpful. Keep studying, keep practicing. The confusion will become less and less. Thank you, and have a great day.